Hi everybody, Kevin here. I want to talk to you today a little bit about knots and rope work. I've kind of got a background in rigging and sailing, as in sailboats. I was a sailing instructor for a little while, and I also work with 4 units of scouts, and I teach them all their knots and rope work and things like that. So I've got just a little bit of background, not as much as some folks do, and a little bit more than some other folks do. And this is really going to be an intro to a series. What I want to say before we really get the series started is there are really about 4 common reasons that knots fail. Number 1, the knot is tied wrong. It is used wrong. It's tied in the wrong material, or the knot or the rope that it's or the material that it's tied in becomes damaged. And those are really the most common reason knots fail. You'll have to forgive the road noise. There are 2 highways about 4 miles either way of me, and unfortunately they're both under construction, so everybody is using the road out in front of the house here about 100 yards or so away as a shortcut. So that being said, we will get to tying some knots and doing some rope work. Alright, we're going to talk about 2 very basic knots. We're going to talk about the overhand and the figure 8. They're 2 really good knots to use as a stopper knot to prevent a line from either sliding back through a knot and coming untied, or to prevent it from coming through an eye if you're running a line through a small hole that's not much larger than the diameter of the line. You can tie just a stopper knot in the end of the line so it won't slide back through. The first knot is going to be the overhand knot. It's an extremely basic knot. Basically, the line is going to pass over itself, back under, and right through this little loop that you made. And that is the basic overhand knot. Once again, just going to pass the end of the line. We call this the working end of the running end. Over the line, back under the main part of the line, and through that little loop we just created. Just pull that tight. Basic overhand knot. The figure 8 knot requires just a little bit more working line, more line on the working end. All right. We're going to start the same way. We're going to cross over our line, but instead of coming back down, we're going to go up and under the main part of the line. So what we have is this. Now, to finish the figure 8, the running end is going to, running or working, it's an interchangeable term, is going to come right back down through that loop again. And here we have the basic figure 8 knot. Once again, we're going to cross the working end or running end over the standing end, which is the part that goes, the long part of the line that you're not working with. It's going to go under that standing part, and then right back down through that loop we created. And pull that tight. And there's your basic figure 8. Back to the overhand knot, you can make that a double overhand by just going through and then going back through. And we're not going to be able to pull that tight in this large diameter line, but you can see how that works. Over and through, and then back through for a double overhand. Now let me grab a small diameter line, and I'll show you what that looks like tied tight. Over, under and through the loop we just created, and then back through again. And when this pulls tight, this is what it looks like. The problem with the overhand knot is once you put a lot of pressure on it, that knot can lock. And you'll need a marlin spike or a fid or something like that to help work the knot loose. In the smaller diameter line, we've got the overhand, goes over, and then comes right back under through that loop we just created. Double overhand is nothing more than doing that one more time. Pull tight. Figure 8, over, and instead of going down this time, we're going to go up and then back down through the loop we created first. And that's it.